Alright guys, Andy here, welcome back to Minecraft Kingdom, Season 2 The Island, Episode 14. We're starting with a little bit of a church today. This is one of the churches from my 7 upgrades churches video, link in the description if you want to see that. Hey, don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you like medieval stuff, time lapses, speed builds, and a whole kingdom being made. Tap that notification bell as well. And double check on your phone that notifications are allowed for YouTube. Hey, you can download this map at patreon.com/Andyisyoda as well, in the blank island form or half built. All right, church. It's a church. I had a few goes at this church. I was building it on a live stream. Everyone was laughing because they were like, what? Prismarine and sandstone? Are you having a giraffe? No, we're not going to keep it sandstone. Maybe the roof can be sandstone, but the rest of it, we decided to put some stone bricks and instead of dark oak, use some spruce and then some stone bricks for the roof, maybe some polished diorite for the trim on the end of the roof, and the church started looking a whole bunch healthier. There we go, some dragon heads to finish it off, a few gargoyles, and we are pretty much done with our church. It's going to add kind of a circular piece at the end. Shout out to Diggy Girl Dobson, she suggested I put this kind of circular roof at the very end. Very cool idea. Of course, churches, religion, very, very important in medieval times. A little tower at the end. I'm not, if I admit it, I'm not really happy about this tower at the end. We may go back and revisit this church and just give it a bit of an upgrade. Actually, no, that's a definite. We're going to go and change this church, maybe in a future episode. Really don't like that tower at the end. Leave some ideas in the comments about what I should do. In the last episode, we built this school. We also built an apothecary, somewhere where you would go and grab all your potions and spices and things. This clay miner here, I'm not sure it's the correct place for the clay miner. Maybe we want to move it into the lake in the middle, or towards the lake in the middle. That might get a move in this episode. Hey, before we build anything else, let me tell you about my new merch, levelupclothing.com, lvlupclothing.com. Level up your builds, level up your gaming, level up your clothing now as well. I like these designs. All designs by me, and you'll be helping out my channel if you get one of these t-shirts. levelupclothing.com. Right, library time. Library. Now, I have done a library upgrade video, and just like the churches and just like the church video earlier on, and I'll put a link to that video if you want to see that small Minecraft library upgraded into quite a big one using the 5x5 building system. Oh yeah, and that thumbnail, there's also a complete tutorial on how to build this library as well. This was the space I decided to put the library in. It ended up being not quite big enough. I thought I could make the library quite cool with the dome. I could bring the dome down from the last library, stick it on, do something with the sides and the ends, and I thought, no, just not working. We need to do the entire whole library. So this is ending up being quite an important, quite a big build in our kingdom, maybe a little bit too big. But anyway, that is the library slapped right down there, and I thought, it would look quite cool if we could stick it right beside the church. I'm just giving it a kind of a new entryway here, a little bit different from the one I did previously on the video, and it kind of just about fits in front of the church where all my wagon designs and the horses are just now. So I'm going to squash the horses and destroy the wagons by moving this library. So here we go, library complete. I needed to move the canal as well. I don't like doing these kind of moves in this kingdom. I like to kind of sort of pretend that the kingdom is evolving, but sometimes you have to go, well, it's creative Minecraft. I'm just going to go ahead and move an entire canal. So there we go. Here is our giant library, and we'll give you guys a good look inside the church and inside the library a little bit later on in this video, and inside anything else that we build as well. We've got a bookshop coming up. Before that, so let's swing the camera right over here. This is going to be a lantern shop. And was it Jacob who sponsored this lantern shop? He suggested it in the comments, and then he made a super chat donation, which was really very nice of him. And he sponsors this lantern shop. What a great idea. A shop or a store, a workplace that makes the lanterns. We have a lot of lanterns, a lot of lanterns in our kingdom. So this is the place that makes them. So a little bit of a workshop down bottom left, and kind of living accommodations with a big fancy medieval roof on the right hand side. Do you think I should expand those the number of medieval roofs like that to some of the other buildings in the city as well? Maybe make a kind of a roof upgrading, have a roof upgrading session as well. Adding a little bit more cliff here with some sand, which I'll use World Edit to change the sand into kind of normal stone and andesite and diorite a little bit later on. I'm fiddling about with the wall here, just expanding the wall around the kingdom. So it's quite a skinny wall. We might end up giving these towers and walls quite a beefy upgrade one day. You know, this is just the start of the kingdom. We can't do everything at once. It would take too long. So we just make kind of a skinny wall, and then, you never know. We may upgrade it. Anyway, let's zoom down to this little square here. This is going to be a bookshop once we go past the tree. And it turns out that this bookshop was sponsored kindly, I think, by Caleb. If it wasn't Caleb, I do apologize to the person. I'll give them a better shout out in the next episode. I think it was Caleb, I'm pretty sure. I've just noticed I put quite an ordinary roof on this bookshop. I'm trying to go for these more fancy medieval roofs. Might go back and change that later on. Anyway, got some trapdoors, overhangs, porches, lanterns, bit of detail. That's all you kind of need. A medieval store is easy to make. Stick some bookcases on, and we've got ourselves a bookshop. Simple as that. Then we're going to move over here. Now this is it Coes, Brazilian watcher, sent in a super chat donation during the live stream, and ended up sponsoring this kind of, I'm going to call it a fast food joint, is what we would call it in modern times. But certainly this was common in medieval times, very common in Roman times as well, going back even further. People hardly ever cooked at home. They would just go and buy street food. So I've put some smokers you can just see underneath. We'll have a look at them later on. And they would be big kind of urns or jars or something where all the food would be. Maybe you can want to go and get your olives or shrimps or something. So I've given this fast food joint here a bit of a storage bunker, I don't know, storage area at the back surrounded by lots of trapdoors. A nice balcony on top as well. Anyway, we're going to have a look at that later on. Now we're going back to... what I've done here, I don't know if you can actually see this, but I'm actually moving the clay person's house. I've moved the clay person's house. Well, there you go. The clay person's house has just disappeared. And right beside the lake in the middle is where the new clay person's house is. I'm just altering the wall, adding on a little tower in the corner, and then I'm going to bring it round here. And let me show you a picture of what I think the plans for this area might look like. What do you think about that? I want to create a big tower, dam, weir, aqueduct section at the front here, so we can load things up and have a nice big dock area. I want kind of a market, warehouse area as well. Probably room for plenty of housing, and then we can start to maybe make an army area and then move on to level C, where the cathedral, the monastery, the rich houses would be, and then on to level D, probably the castle going to be up on level D. But I think level C could be quite fortified in itself as well. What do you think of those ideas? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, let's have a close look at what we've been doing today. Right, I've got my trusty lantern in my hand. Hopefully we can find a place to put some more lanterns. So this is a nice, beautiful space. Going to call this Space Giraffe, and we're going to call this Space Donkey over here. If you want to know, if you want to tell me what to put in Space Giraffe and Space Geronki, are you having a Geronki? In Space Donkey and Space Giraffe, you can tell me what you would like to see built in this kingdom. This place is looking kind of bare, actually. Let's add a few lanterns to this guy's house. Definitely. I'm going to be improving our road as well. This road here is going to get actually a lot bigger. We might as well just do that right now. I'm using a combination of polished diarrhea, polished andesite, and polished granite as well. So let's just do that. I think this whole crane is going to get moved to the other side. What's up, donkey? So /set polished diarrhea, comma polished granite, comma, polished andesite. So I'm playing on PC Java Edition, which means I'm on a server, so I've got World Edit and I've got Vauxhall Sniper as well, which means I can do these special commands. I might change the paving on this road as well. I might make this look a bit more road-like. I've still got this little channel of water bringing fresh water down to the citizens below, and I might do some more of them as well. Maybe one kind of in that direction, or maybe some sort of weir, an aqueduct bringing water down. Yeah, that's more like it. That is more like it. So this is the bookshop. I'm pretty sure this is sponsored by Caleb. Caleb, please remind me if the bookshop was supposed to be yours. I think it is. For some reason I didn't put a sign on it, which is pretty annoying. So there we go. Here's some more ideas. Caleb's Market, a tax office. Max thought about that. A different Max thought about a food outlet. Joe thought about a prison, a charcoal maker, and yeah, we're going to have a market as well. So the big road comes all the way around here. This is somewhere where troops could quickly move weapons, and also goods could be moved up and down throughout the city as well. Obviously, when you get to this part of the city, it becomes a little bit more difficult to move the goods, but it's maybe just a slower paced section. Oh, here is the lantern shop over here. Big shout out again to Jacob Daly. Jacob Daly's lanterns, bringing light to the dark ages. That was very clever. I think he thought of that. Light up your nooks and crannies. Always very, very important. Light up your nooks and crannies. So this is a lantern making shop. Super simple. Just chests and a workplace. Nothing really going on inside here apart from some missing windows. We've got an upstairs as well. I've hardly done anything, as you can see, to this place. Really nothing at all. I don't do interiors. That's up to the people who download this. But yeah, that completes this little corner here. Might add a couple of trees in there as well. Let's quickly do that just now. I do want plenty of trees. So let's go tree, big tree. It's so easy in creative mode. Not a very big tree. Did we have one here? Ooh, we did get a big tree there. Look at the size of that tree. Woo! Is there anywhere else we can put trees? Maybe some trees would look good down in here as well. Got this little path wrapping around. So there's some more trees. And I guess we could have some more trees there as well. This place is looking a bit more bushified, which I really do like. Let's add another tree there for good measure. Cool. Yeah, let's add a few more trees here. I may go back and add some extra fortifications to these walls at a later date, but for now we can just have some big trees, and it really does add a lot to this place. Same over here. I'm just going to stick some trees here for now, just big oak trees. Not going to go for anything special just now. But this whole area, I'm thinking of making like a double wall fortification here. And we can have ballistas and catapults and trebuchets and things right there. Oh my goodness, those trees are huge. There we go. Cool. These are little outhouses and bathrooms here. We need to scatter these about. This is Tim's toilet, $1 a poop. It's an expensive place to poop. So over here, oops, sorry, a bit of lag there. Over here is Coe's Brazilian meats, which you can come and get right here, served to you. And there is a kind of a back place here with barrels and storage, and we'll put some chests and all sorts of things down here as well. So there we go. I think a smokery is definitely something we should be adding as well. Maybe a smokery or a cobbler's. I'm going to call this, what have we got here? This can be, yeah, smokery is going to go here, and a cobbler's is going to go there. So smokery is a place where you would preserve meats from heat and smoke, and then the cobbler's is somewhere they would make some shoes as well. And we're going to have a bit of a garden here, a bit of a beer garden, because this is the tavern right there. Which brings us over to this amazing area here. What do they call this area? Giraffe. I'm thinking a big market here, and then some housing around the outside. I think that would be kind of cool. And then, as I said, maybe a big round tower here, like we have way over there, a big round tower, maybe some sort of weir or pool or aqueduct system as well, and a nice big professional harbour with some big medieval ships and some cranes craning up the goods into the city. So it's nice and defensive as well. You need to get up the cranes to get into the city. And then over here, I'm thinking probably just more housing, any other buildings that we haven't thought about. And then we can have some army over here, some barracks, some training areas, and then probably just leave this area as forest. Maybe make it a thicker forest, different trees. Maybe go for a redwood forest over here, so have more hunting. And then maybe make a little path down as well across, just across there. I think would be a good spot for a path. And then that would complete level B, which would be a monumental undertaking. And then up to level C here, I'm thinking some expensive houses, maybe a big monastery, maybe some real big fortifications around here, some sort of lookout towers, and then on up to a proper castle, maybe a royal palace. And then over here, probably some sort of fancy wizard's tower on this bit of amazing stonework. But there we go. Let me just increase the render distance, and then that way you get a view of the whole island. You're going to lose frames per second here, so I do apologize. The frames per second are going right down to 40, so this bit of the video might be a bit jerky, but you're going to get a chance to see kind of the whole island in one go. I don't often do that in the video, so there we go. The whole island down to 29 frames per second. It's going to be jerky, but we'll just hold the camera still and you get kind of an overview of our progress so far. That'll do for now, guys. Do check out my merch, levelupclothing.com, lvlupclothing.com, link in the down below. And level up your building, level up your gaming, and level up your clothing. Thanks for watching. Take care. Ciao, ciao. May the blocks be with you.